how did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just, a couple years ago, I had 3 scholarship offers. And now I'm standing up on this stage and I'm the finals MVP. At this moment, I'm the best player in the world.
Before Dwyane Wade would become a 3-time NBA champion with the Miami Heat, including an NBA Finals MVP, a 13-time All-Star including an All-Star Game MVP, and an Olympic Gold Medalist for USA Basketball. Before he would hit game winners like this, and oh yeah, this, and give us dunks like this. Most consider Dwyane Wade one of the greatest, if not the greatest shooting guard of all time. And many consider him one of the best players to ever step foot on a court. But Dwyane Wade is much more than just his stats. D-Wade is a hero. He came from some of the most unimaginably difficult circumstances, the same ones that many never make it out of alive. He was raised in an environment so dark that it would have been easy to succumb to that darkness. But Wade rose above it all and not only stepped toward the light, but became the light. He had an incredible run at Marquette University and a legendary one with the Miami Heat, but this story is about more than just a great basketball player. It's one of perseverance, hope, and change, but like he said in one of his old Converse commercials, even if he fell down 7 times, he always stood up 8. I'm really excited to give you the full journey of my favorite basketball player of all time, Dwyane Wade. What's going on, good people in the comments section? I hope you're having one heck of a day. My name is Jeremy Hecht, and today I'll be taking you through the life and career of Dwyane Wade prior to retirement. Dwyane recently played his last regular season game for the Miami Heat, and we thought his legacy deserved a special remembrance, because he truly is a special player, and more than that, a special guy. If you're new here, I'm the LA host for this channel, and the motto is to get better with every video, so let me know how I did and who to cover next in the comment section down below, and I'll try to reply to as many people as possible. You might have seen my other videos on Zion Williamson or Lil Nas X, and if not, check those out after you finish watching this one. I've got a question for you though. What is the greatest gift that Dwyane bought for his mom? Stick around until the end of the video to find out the answer, and I will see you after the intro.
Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Dwyane Tyrone Wade was born on January 17, 1982 on the south side of Chicago, Illinois to parents Joe Linda and Dwyane Sr. When asked about the spelling, Wade told Esquire that his grandmother felt that that's how the name should be spelled, so his father passed it down to him. Joe Linda was a very young mother, having 2 children by the age of 18, but Wade was surrounded by anything but hope as a child. He saw gang violence, police raids, dead bodies lying near local garbage cans on multiple occasions, and even had the painful experience of witnessing his mother on drugs. His parents separated when he was only 4 months old, divorcing shortly afterwards. Jolinda won custody, moving their family to her mother's home, but the move didn't solve many of their problems. Jolinda was addicted to drugs and alcohol and turned to selling crack for extra money, even selling in front of a young Dwyane. He told ESPN, "I've seen the needles laying around the house, I've seen my mother shoot up before, I've seen a lot of things my mother didn't even know I'd seen as a kid." There were periods of time where Dwyane's mother would disappear altogether for days at a time. Dwyane and his grandmother would just wait patiently at the door, hopeful that their loved one would return. At just 6 years old, police bust down their doors of their Chicago home and searched Dwyane's mother for substances.
I never gave up on her. I never gave up on her. I never blamed her, because that was her life. That was her journey, her path. Without that path, I'm not who I am today.
When Wade was 8, his older sister Jagil told him that they were going to the movies, but in reality, she was moving him in with his father in a neighborhood close by. His father was an army sergeant living with a new woman, and the family moved to Robbins, Illinois a year later. While Wade didn't see his mother for 2 years, she was struggling. She was a drug tester who basically tested out street drugs to see if they were safe for people to use before the dealers sold them to customers. But that led to her hospitalization and near death after mistakenly taking LSD. She was arrested for possession of crack with intent to sell shortly afterwards and was locked up in Cook County Jail, where she served 23 months in prison. At 10 years old, Wade was speaking to his mom through the glass. With all of the turmoil surrounding his family life and upbringing, Dwyane needed an escape, and he found it through sports. He stayed out of the streets and kept himself busy on the court and on the field. His parents took him to the basketball court at their local park where he began playing, but Wade says that his older sister is the person who really helped steer him in the right direction. Being from Chicago, Wade would study Michael Jordan and hope to make his game something like MJ's one day. In a 2005 article from the Washington Post, Helen Bibbs, the woman whose apartment window gave her a clear view of the basketball hoop on top of Wade's father's garage, says that for about a decade, her and her husband would wake up every morning to the sound of Dwyane dribbling. Bibbs was one of many neighbors who would complain about the late night and early morning ball sessions between Dwyane Sr. and Jr., saying it would start early in the morning and it would go until late evening. Sometimes it would go away and you would assume they went to the community center. They had that basketball going all the time. Dwyane Sr. pushed Wade to be the best player he could be. Wade played summer league games at the Blue Island Rec Center, where his dad was his coach for many seasons growing up. But if there were careless mistakes made during the games, Senior would give a lesson at their home court on how Junior could improve for next time. Wade said, "He taught me the game, what I needed to know to win games. My toughness on the court comes from him, knocking me down and not picking me up. He was one of the biggest influences on me. He put the ball in my hands. He played all day and all night, and I wanted to too." I was sweating buckets in here, so I had to take off my mothership. It was in 8th or 9th grade that Wade finally beat his father in a game of basketball. He says it was the toughest win he's ever had, and whenever Wade had a chance for the win, Senior would foul him on every shot. Originally, he found more success through football though, as a receiver attending Oak Lawn Richards High School. He was playing at the sophomore level for his first 2 years in basketball, while his stepbrother Demetrius McDaniel was leading the varsity team in scoring. Wade says that he probably could have played in the NFL, but McDaniel says he influenced his younger brother to switch over to basketball. Wade barely made the varsity basketball team as a junior, but practiced his game every day to earn his spot in the starting roster. His father and stepmother were also going through marital problems at the time, and the fighting got to Wade. In high school, Wade met his first and only girlfriend, Siobhan Funches. He often stayed at her place to avoid the turmoil at home. She went to college a year before him though, so he would talk to her all the time on the phone to stay connected.
When I was young, when I first started playing, it was my father, right? My dad was the one that gave me the ball that said, "Hey, you gonna do this." And once I got to high school, it was actually my assistant coach in high school. His name was Gary Adams.
Wade's assistant coach told him that if he wanted to get better, then he would have to be in the gym every day in the summer. Wade cites Gary as the reason why he began to love putting in the work at the gym. But Wade hit a growth spurt that summer, gaining 4 inches before his junior year that led to an increase in minutes. From there, Wade took off, averaging 20.7 points per game and 7.6 rebounds per game. The next season, he was averaging 27 and 11, setting school records for points and steals in a season. And while he was dominating in the AAU circuits and at his high school, when colleges found out that Wade was struggling with his test scores, many of them backed out on their initial offers. So even with stats like his, Wade was only recruited by 3 college teams: Illinois, DePaul, and Marquette University. Wade chose to attend Marquette, but due to not meeting academic requirements and failing his ACT, Wade wasn't allowed to play in his first year at the school. But he was allowed to practice, so he worked not only on his game, but on his grades and went to see a tutor. He also took drama and public speaking courses in college so that he would be able to communicate better in front of large audiences. Wade was prepping for superstardom, but hadn't even stepped on the court yet. But it was probably hard to focus on school because at the time, his mother was either on the run from the law or serving jail time. During his sophomore year, his mother said that she was on the path to changing her life and would be attending services at a Chicago church. But when Wade came home from college for Christmas, he found out that his mother's words were not completely the truth. She was ready to begin a new life, but she was also heading back to jail to serve a 14-month sentence. It was on October 14, 2001 that Jolinda's life would change forever. Her daughter Tregill picked her up from an abandoned warehouse and took her directly to the church. The preacher called her name and told her to read 2 Timothy 3:5. It said, "Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof." And from there, she's been clean ever since. But Wade was dealing with the newfound struggles and rewards of being a parent himself while at Marquette. He had a child with his longtime girlfriend while still in college. Wade had to take out a loan just so he could afford diapers. The 3 lived in a small apartment together while he continued to study and work on his game. Seeing what his mother went through as a kid, Wade decided to remain clean. He never smoked or drank and didn't get any tattoos growing up. Under his father's rules, the kids weren't allowed to wear earrings and even weren't allowed to wear hats. So they definitely weren't allowed to get tattoos. Wade recalls one day when he actually went into a tattoo parlor to get a tat of a basketball hoop in an act of rebellion, before immediately walking right back out. But Wade focused on his dreams of creating a better life for himself through basketball and worked on his game every day. It was one day at practice that everything changed for Wade. He drove toward the baseline and one of his teammates stepped in to take a charge, and I just took off over the top of him. As I'm taking off, he's trying to fall back and I just go over the top of him and dunk. I mean, I surprised myself. Everybody in the gym was like, holy shit. It was in the school paper the next day. It was talked about all over campus, and what it did was just make everybody continue to keep my name in their minds for next season when I take the court. It was in Wade's first eligible season that he took over. He scored close to 18 points per game, averaging nearly 2.5 steals, 6.6 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game, leading Marquette to a 26-7 record, their best since the 1993-94 season. The next season, Wade averaged even better stats, scoring 21.5 points per game and leading the Golden Eagles to their first and only Conference USA championship, along with a Final Four appearance during the March Madness tournament. Wade's mother was released from prison just in time to witness her son win the conference championship, watching him play for the first time in 5 years. During the tournament, he put up numbers, making a name for himself nationally. He had a triple-double against the top-seeded Kentucky, making him only the 4th player ever in the tournament history to do that. Wade's jersey has since been retired by Marquette and currently hangs in the rafters. And with all of the attention on him, Wade wasn't giving up his shot and entered his name into the 2003 NBA draft. Wade was a part of what some argue is the greatest draft class of all time, ironically being drafted after 2 of his future teammates, LeBron and Chris Bosh.
The Miami Heat select Dwyane Wade from Marquette University.
Wade brought basketball back to Miami and quickly made his mark on the league as an elite player. He went on to win 3 NBA championships, 1 with Shaq and 2 with his friends LeBron and Bosh. He also won an Olympic Gold Medal for Team USA and solidified himself as one of the most unique talents the league has ever seen. Wade holds the franchise records in Miami for points per game, field goals made, assists, steals, games played, and free throws made. But he has also given back to his community so much. 10% of his original NBA salary went back to a church in Chicago. Dwyane also has a beautiful family with his wife Gabrielle Union, who he actually met at a Super Bowl party. The two got married in 2014 and have an adorable daughter together. Wade also has 3 other children who he takes care of. Most recently, Wade went on a farewell tour, swapping jerseys with all of the NBA's current best, and I'm just glad he's getting the respect that he deserves. Wade's mother, Jolinda, became a deliverance minister, and Dwyane even bought her a church of her own. And there's the answer to the question from the beginning of the video.
What I felt and what I seen inside her was a mother who loved her kids, a mother who was looking and wanted someone to help her.
In one of her sermons, she told a congregation of 10,000 people, "I was a walking dead woman. My story is in the Bible, they just use different names. God's grace and mercy follow me on the streets. That's the only reason I'm here. All I did was make a decision to say yes to the Lord." Your yes is powerful, baby. Wade inspired me throughout my short basketball career. I had his shoes, I had the Hecht pad he used to wear, I had his jersey, and just how genuine he was off the court let me know that it was okay to be successful and still be a good person. So D-Wade, on the off chance that you're watching this, thank you for everything and congrats on an incredible career, but I know the best is yet to come. Wade told Esquire in a 2010 interview, "My time in Miami will come and go. There's gonna be another guy come in, but that fan stays the same. There's going to be fans in the arena now watching me who are going to be here 30 years from now watching someone else." And that may be true, but the fans who got to witness Wade play will always remember how magical number 3 was on the court. But as for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see, because this is before they were famous / before they were retired. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that you don't miss a single video. I'm Jeremy Hecht. I hope you have one heck of a day. Dream good, live better, and I'll see you in the next video.